Rexmars, 45 millimeter, 40 millimeter, whatever size they are. What do we got there? Theodolite guy, whatever contraption or device that is, and we have 2 examples, so there's potentially 1 to trade. Walkie-talkie guy, we got a couple of him. Oh, wow. That ain't good. But these are from 1954, so they're going to get chewed up. And I wish I'd gotten a helmet out. Can I do it? And the whole point of his hands being over his head, it's actually very clever, is that he's putting his helmet on or holding it over his head or something like that, something to that extent. This guy here, he's got sort of a ring hand. I'm not sure what's supposed to fit through it, but he's crouching and holding some sort of equipment, and they all are, of course, missing their helmets. Maybe he's just adjusting the airflow. If he was holding a telephone or a radio up to his helmet, he wouldn't be able to do anything with it, like this guy with the walkie-talkie. What are you doing with a walkie-talkie in a vacuum? And because of his condition and the fact that I've got multiples of them, he can be used in a piece of art. And the rest of these are added to my stash. Yes, those 3 figures that I did not have. And $3 a piece. I got my money's worth. Although we gotta find helmets for them now. I think I need 10 helmets. Well, 12. If you count those 2 as well. Marx Toys, Rexmars, 45 millimeter figures, including helmet over his head guy. Good score. Keep them coming, bro. And these are all different for me, or somewhat different. Marx Dodge Coupe, I think, is the name. Huh, that's an interesting mark.
Ash, can you see this?
Is that the Marx? Oh, I don't know what that is. I do have my glasses on. I'm pretty sure the playset was a Montgomery Ward catalog, mail order exclusive, some sort of service station set. Cohn, give these people air. I liked how it says air on the side, and we can use it in ironic context in some sort of space diorama function. Looks like it's meant to peg onto something. Probably like the service station island. And I'll let you use your imagination as to how this is going to get implemented. Super lubricant. It just was like, no, I want that thing that says super lubricant. And not for a service station setup, but for ironic context. Probably shown in conjunction with female figures. You see where we're going with this. You see where we're going with this. It is not, it's about finding ironic context in which to use these plastic pieces to construct a conceptual landscape in which they exist that has some sort of ironic context to it. The setups are then photographed and transformed into paintings by either projecting the images onto a canvas or just printing them out and coloring them like a coloring book. It's going to be with air hoses and needing to get these people air, Cohn. or something like that. We'll figure it out. Or it'll come to me in the spur of the moment. I'll just be sitting there some night looking at these things and saying, wait a minute. I got not just something that says lubricant. It's like a whole dispenser or a pump. We can get more lubricant out of that than we could possibly need. And not for lube jobs on a Dodge Coupe. Look at the wheels here again. One of my space cars needs wheels. And I've been quietly hoping that I might be able to find a set that would fit on another car, but there's no way I'm going to strip those off. And I wonder what those lines indicate. They have to mean something. No damage to it. Hasn't been repaired. The guy knows his stuff, so it's definitely by Marx. Not much of a track performer, but we can... I mean, these guys are too big, but you get an astronaut in there, and you've got ironic context. Especially if it's sitting on the launch pad next to an atomic-powered Flash Gordon rocket. You see where we're going with this? And we'll lube up the ladies. God, I'm awful. I'm just awful. You know, I'll edit this for sure. But if you're ever wondering, you know, what's the big deal with Marx Toys? It's because they got it right. Almost everything that they did, they got right. I have yet to see, at least in terms of their plastic figure play sets, I have yet to see anything that made me, you know, react in revulsion. And that includes stuff like circus and cartoon and just basic family dollhouse sets that might have turned my stomach when I was a kid. But they got all the space stuff right. Their Western figure sets are incredible. The World War II or Army Man figure sets with all the vehicles and devices in them set the standard. And they inspire me now as an adult looking to make art in a way that is different than that art which I've been making up until now. And that's why the big deal. What are you doing with a walkie-talkie in a vacuum?